Let's bring in our political panel now to talk about all the latest. We have Stephen Thompson, a GOP strategist and Governor Walker advisor, and Joe Sapecki, a Democratic strategist and former state communications director for President Obama. Let's get to the first issue here, guys. Health care costs in the hot seat. Premiums going up an average of 25% for people who sign up for the Affordable Health Care Act, or Obamacare. Democrats say the program needs to be tweaked somewhat. Republicans have been saying repeal and replace since the law went into place.
Deductibles are so high you can't use it. You'll never get to use it. Job-killing Obamacare is just one more way that our system is rigged, believe me.
That's the plan of my opponent. Take everything away, give it all back to the insurance companies, and if you think costs have gone up with the recent weeks, it'll just skyrocket up because insurance companies will be in charge again.
Stephen, let me start with you. Has this been a missed opportunity for Republicans in this campaign?
No, I think that, Senate candidates around the country have been using Obamacare consistently in their races. I think that the problem is you have a candidate at the top of the ticket in Donald Trump who's been all over the place from a messaging perspective. That lack of consistency and clarity at the top of the ticket has hurt the down ballot candidates as they're trying to talk about Obamacare.
Joe, has this been a vulnerable issue for Democrats?
I think it's been a revealing issue in that Democrats are saying there are things about the Affordable Care Act that work and we need to fix the things that don't work. Remember, if you repeal this and you start all over, 20 million Americans are going to lose health care and millions more are going to lose the consumer protections within this law. So I think, it's really too bad that at the top of the ticket we haven't had a real discussion about this, but ultimately we need to fix what's not working with Obamacare, and that's the message you hear from people like Hillary Clinton and Russ Feingold.
But given the debate on this issue, do you see it as a referendum on November 8th, either one of you?
I don't.
No.
No. All right, let's talk about the campaign's closing arguments. NBC News reports that Team Clinton has spent almost $142 million on TV and radio ads. Meantime, the Trump campaign has spent $96 million on ads. In battleground states alone, Team Clinton, including outside money, has spent more than Team Trump, $220 million to $85 million over the airwaves. Let's listen in.
It's going to be a close election. Pay no attention to the polls. Don't get complacent.
You put her in as president, you're crazy.
Joe, Wisconsin has not seen any TV dollars or visits from Hillary Clinton. What impact will that have on her closing argument?
Well, I think people who are paying attention to this election know that Hillary Clinton ultimately believes we're stronger together and are hearing the message and believing the message that Donald Trump can't be trusted because he doesn't have the temperament or the judgment to hold the job. So I don't think Wisconsin voters are wondering who these two candidates are at this point.
Stephen, when you look at Trump, he's been unpredictable up until now. Do you think his closing argument will be unpredictable as well? And what does he have to say if he is going to try to close the gap?
Lord knows what he's going to say. I mean, he hasn't had a consistent message from the primary to the general. It's unfortunate. As Joe just mentioned, where the Democrats are at. They've had a consistent message. It's been effective. It's been delivered effectively by Hillary Clinton. And Donald Trump is still fighting battles from the primary and arguing about polls. So I think it's going to be unpredictable all the way through.
All right, guys, we appreciate your insight. Of course, you can read more and see more about this online.